Hi, I'm RJ and welcome to Safelink. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your virtual data room. In this video, we'll upload documents, create groups, manage user and group visibility, set folder permissions, and invite users into our virtual data room. This is your VDR homepage. This page shows recent activity in your room, such as newly added, moved, or deleted documents. To upload documents and folders into your workspace, click the Documents tab. You can drag and drop files here, or use this button to add files. You can use this button to add entire folders. You can also upload zip files and unpack them in your workspace. So, let's upload a few documents now. Select the documents you would like to upload, and watch your upload progress here. When your documents have been uploaded, you can click on one to open it. Just like that. You can create a group and apply specific permissions to the users of this group. Click Users and Groups. Then click Groups. Now, the system will pre-populate your VDR with the following groups: Seller, Bidder A, Bidder B, and Bidder C. As you can see, I am in the Seller group. You can change the name of a group by clicking the Edit icon here. I'm actually happy with the group name, so I'll just leave it. Tick Only During to apply timed access to the users of this group. Click the Start text field to select a month, day, and time you would like the users of Bidder A to have access to your room. Now, pick an end date and time. Next, let's set the user visibility permissions for our room. Click the User Visibility tab here. Simply put, these visibility permissions determine who can see who in your workspace. For example, when this matrix is left blank or unticked, users will not be able to see other users in the room. They will only be able to see room managers, who are always visible to all members of the room. If I tick this box, members of Bidder A will be able to see the names and annotations of members of Bidder A. If I tick this box, members of Bidder A will be able to see the names and annotations of Bidder B, and so on. Please make sure you set user visibility permissions before inviting users into your room. Next, click Permissions. Here, you can adjust the default permissions for all the users and groups in your workspace. This set of buttons represents the default permissions for all users and groups. Notice, you can set specific permissions for every folder within your workspace. You can hover over buttons to see what a default user and group can or cannot do. If I hover my cursor over this red button, I can see that, by default, users and groups cannot upload to this folder. To give default users and groups upload permissions, click on this button and select Can Upload to this folder. Then save your changes. You can set folder permissions for a specific group by clicking the drop-down menu here. Then find which group's permissions you'd like to change. You'll notice a second set of buttons are now visible over the first set. Click on this second set to change folder permissions for the group you've just selected. Again, you may find it helpful to hover your cursor over a button to see what this group can or cannot do. For example, this group does not have folder admin permissions for this folder. Therefore, users who belong to this group cannot rename or delete items in this folder. Lastly, you can set folder permissions for an individual user. Click the drop-down menu here. Type in this user's name and select them from the list below. As a room manager, you have the ability to significantly limit a user's workspace permissions. Find the root folder, click the View Folder button, select Can't See or Open this folder, and save your changes. Notice that all folder permission buttons have turned gray, which means this user will not be able to see or open any folders within your workspace. Now that we've uploaded some documents, set user and group visibility permissions, and set folder permissions, we're ready to invite some users into our room. Click the User and Groups tab here. You can invite users into your VDR using the options on the Actions menu to the right. Click here to invite an individual user, or here to invite multiple users at once. Choose what level of access these users should have and select which group they should belong to. Next, enter their name and email address. Then click Invite. The system will send an activation email to the users above. Users will need to follow the instructions in the activation email to access your virtual data room. Alright, that's it. We hope you find this video helpful. If you have any questions, please click this chat icon to send us a message or view one of our help desk articles. Thank you for watching. Cheers.